வணக்கம் நண்பர்களே, இது உங்கள் வீரவ பழனிசாமி. நம்ம யூபிஎஸ்சி சிவில் சர்வீஸ் இன்டர்வியூ கொஸ்டின் அண்ட் ஆன்சர் கொஸ்டின் டிரான்ஸ்கிரிப்ட் நிறைய பார்த்துருக்கோம். இது நம்ம இந்த வருஷம் 2025-26 பார்க்கக்கூடிய ஒரு இறுதி கடைசி எபிசோடு. என்ன ரிசல்ட்லாம் வந்துருச்சு. பட் ஒரு 2 எபிசோடு பார்த்தோம். ஒன்று குவிக் ஃபயர் கொஸ்டின் ஒரு வீடியோ நம்ம பார்த்துட்டோம் லாஸ்ட்டு. அதுக்கப்புறம் ஒரு டீடைல்டு கொஸ்டின் ஆன்சர் எப்படி இருக்கும் அப்படிங்கிறத பற்றி மாடலுக்காக இந்த ஒரு டிரான்ஸ்கிரிப்டை நம்ம கொண்டு வந்திருக்கோம். ஸோ லாஸ்ட் அந்த ஸ்டூடெண்ட் அந்த கேண்டிடேட் வாங்கின மார்க் 155. பட் ஹியர் திஸ் பர்சன் காட் 195. இட்ஸ் அ குட் ஸ்கோர், ரைட்? பட் ஹையஸ்ட் மதிப்பெண்கள் 2225 275. ஸோ இட்ஸ் வெரி குட். பட் இட்ஸ் 195 ஆல்சோ இட்ஸ் அ குட் மார்க். So let's see. Well, let's go ahead with it. And it's a detailed Q&A. So board Suklashar, mark 195. Keywords: Indore, published ebook and website, French, Indo-French, travel and consent score. Right? So fine. And with chairman. So you belong to Interviary Vajpayee's college. So tell me about the qualities of Interviary Vajpayee. Firstly, his consensual role, where he was able to build consensus with opposition themselves and was able to hold a coalition government. Secondly, his infrastructural work such as the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana and his measures related to National Highways Development Corporation showed his leadership. Fine. So don't you think that current high right-wing politicians are going rapid and they are not able to hold consensus? Sir, I believe that politics is no linear trajectory and we might see another set of right-wing politicians might hold certain values which Mr. Atal Vajpayee was familiar with. So politics changes and it is not consistent. Then, is there any right-wing politicians who is able to hold consensus? And Mr. Nitin Gadkari is one such. So he holds great consensus with the opposition candidates as well. Further, Prime Minister Narendra Modi visit to churches in Christmas and mosque and Ramzan is also reflective of those values. But he cut me and moved to next question. Then, but Nitin Gadkari is not a successor. Talked about Yogi Adityanath and other leaders who might be in the succession line. Don't you think they are going rapid? Sir, I believe the politics is no longer no linear trajectory and we might see another set of right-wing politicians might hold certain values and Atal Vajpayee. So politics changes. It's a repetition. Fine. Same question. Then, New York is one of the most capitalist cities in the world. Don't you feel that Zoran Mamdani winning there is a contradiction? So there are several reasons. Firstly, New York is a multi-ethnic city and Indians and South Asians hold greater relevance there as well. Secondly, the welfare stance of Zoran Mamdani, he holds relevance of a lot of people. Then he cut me, started asking the next question. So it goes like that, right? Why are you learning French? I wanted to learn about the movies such as La Haine and The Untouchables in their own language rather than going through translations. So I was more inquisitive and thus I studied French so that I'm able to understand those movies in specific manner. Fine. You are a sociologist. So why are you right-wing politicians rising? Why are right-wing politicians rising globally? First, the clash of civilization and migration, which is socialist, the Samuel Huntington says the causes of clash of civilization is happening, leading to intermingling of cultures and tensions between different sets of people. Secondly, the emotional contact and core is struck much more by the right-wing politicians in an emotive manner. Again, he cut me. Again, so chairman cut him. Then, our opposition leaders in India are going rapid. Sir, I believe that politics is no longer linear trajectory. Same answer he is giving. And we might see another set of politicians might hold certain values which Mr. Atal Vajpayee was familiar with. So politics changes, it is not consensus. It is a third question, similar answer he is giving. See, so that's unique. Again, then member 1. So your Indian foreign services, first service. Yes, sir. Okay, I was his first choice. Then, have you read about in the India way? So, what are the contents? So, firstly, his book is about how India is shifting from non-alignment to multi-alignment in future. Secondly, how India can navigate in a turbulent world where wars might be happening and that those lessons are still relevant after Russia, Ukraine and Israel-Palestine war. Secondly, he mirrors the importance of Arthasastra in the current international relations. So do you think PM Nehru applied Arthasastra? Right, sir, Mr. Nehru did apply Arthasastra indirectly. There is one component of Arthasastra called Yen or whatever it is, OEAN. And in the other components such as the confidence building measures are there. So he tried and do that with China in the Panchashila Agreement 1950s. Was the failure of 1962 related and misunderstanding by Nehru or some other factors? Sir, I believe so that his motives and methods were good. However, the fact is that onus lies on China that they detracted from the agreement. As the Honorable CDS Anil Chauhan has also said recently, the Panchashila agreement for China was just a commercial agreement, but India thought it was sealed in the boundaries as well. So there was a difference in the understanding. So onus lies on China and not on India. So on such, so also the Air Force preparation was not up to the mark during that time. Then member 2. In the third battle of Panipat, was Maratha's fall related to leadership position or military position? It's a very unique question. So there are several factors. The first factor is there were the military factor. There is a lack of technical upgrade and guns and artillery which the other parties possessed, such as Ahmad Shah Abdali. Secondly, the diplomatic factor was there as well. For example, the Marathas were not able to forge alliance with the Rajputs or other communities. Moreover, the lack of second-rank leadership during the battlefield. During that time when the leadership Peshawars fell, so there was no second rank of leadership, leading to chaos in the battlefield, which ultimately led to decline of Marathas and that battle of Panipat. If you are posted as a district collector in Indore and as your general administrator, what would you do to promote tourism? Safety and cleanliness would be the first perspective, because of tourism would thrive only if the people are not merely spectators but also gracious ghosts. Secondly, the end-to-end connectivity needs to be there, and we have airports and bus depots, but the end-to-end connectivity with hinterland remains an issue. Thirdly, the homestays or the local business needs to be promoted. I gave example of Mangal Jodi in Odisha and Gujarat. So finally, I mentioned leveraging the Incredible India campaign to promote places in Indore. So during this question, so there was a constant grilling and counter question, because earlier I had worked as a travel concierge officer in the tourism sector. So what he was related to the department. Fine. Then member 3 asked the term why I had not heard of and I am not able to recall. So there may be some word. Fine. How are 12 months, 24 hours and 365 days decided? So that's again unique. From cultural perspective and geographical perspective, I told him about the agriculture reasons, flora, fauna and people's observation related to the moon cycle, lunar cycle. The discussion shifted slightly to Islamic calendar. I said, yes sir, and it is related to Prophet Muhammad movement and Mecca to Medina, etc. After this, he kept discussing, and discussion became a vague and there was no clear question, yet he was still continuing the discussion. Should civil services draw talent from all over the world and make them directly district collectors? Sir, it won't be good for our country, because the administrative power should rely on the citizen of India only, and secondly, internal security threats could emerge due to conflict of interest and foreign nationals and posted as administrative rulers. However, they could be posted in advisory roles and their recommendations could be strengthened, but the world best practices are reflected. It happens in Singapore. Then member 4, it's a lady member. Why were you not able to get the NSSC certificate? The final step in which NSSC certificate was happening during my college years, and since during COVID, certain restrictions were there, I was not able to comply with all directions. The activities were limited and hence I was not able to get the C certificate. However, in future, if I pursue my masters, then I would surely look up and then would try to get NSSC certificate. Tell me about the book you have written in the Council of the Beast. Oh, he has written a book also. The book is about animals who try to displace the zookeeper because of the zookeeper was trying to replace them through metaverse, AI, and synthetic animals. So thus the animals form a council and displace the zookeeper. However, as soon as they emerge winner, the internal differences soon start apart and leading to conflicts and disruptions. So my book mirrors a real life scenario that United Nations and WTO, which is trot on the good premier promise but struggle to form a struggle from certain deficiency. So that's true, good one. So tell me about the website that you have created and related to the aging. So what is the primary law related to elderly people? Maintenance of Parents and Senior Citizens Welfare Act 2007. Firstly, maintenance money has to be provided to the elderly people. Secondly, not only the son and daughter, but also son-in-law and daughter-in-law also responsible for providing maintenance and taking care of elderly. And thirdly, the provisions related to the enforcement are 6 months fine as well as a 10,000 rupees fine. The maintenance tribunal can also be ordered eviction. If the elderly people properties were transferred and after the property transfer, they are not taken care properly, then the property transfer stands null and void, right? So that's it. So this is a very detailed question answer which we have seen in the second this episode. So again, we are showing this. It was about the original question paper, but it's about detailed Q&A, right? The other one we have seen it was like a Q&A quickfire, right? So with this, we will conclude our transcription of this 2025-26 Civil Services interview transcription. So thank you very much for listening and continue watch it and definitely be very, very useful to you all. Thank you very much.
வீடியோ உங்களுக்கு பிடிச்சிருந்தா லைக் பண்ணுங்க, ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க, சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்க, கமெண்ட் பண்ணுங்க, பெல் ஐக்கன் பிரஸ் பண்ண மறந்து போயிடாதீங்க. அப்பதான் நாங்க போஸ்ட் பண்ற வீடியோவோட நோட்டிபிகேஷன் உங்களுக்கு வரும்.